They called her Virella of the Silver Clans, a cold, perfect alien scholar from a species that considered emotion primitive. But everything changed when she met a human soldier, drenched in sweat, exhaustion, and defiance. The moment that scent reached her, her pulse spiked. Her biology, something ancient and buried, woke up. The Academy's most disciplined alien girl suddenly lost control, her body rewriting itself in real time. But this isn't just biology. It's about what happens when a death-world species meets something far more dangerous, human instinct. If that opening got your pulse racing, you're in the right place. This is one of those, what did I just watch? HFY stories. Part science, part chaos, and all humanity. So hey, if you love tales where humans defy logic and biology bends to their presence, hit that like, tap subscribe, and share this with your fellow sci-fi addicts. Now, let's dive into the madness. The Academy's xenobiology wing floated above the silver deserts of Kavath Prime, silent as a tomb. Inside, every sound, the hum of scanners, the drip of coolant, was measured, sterilized, lifeless. That was how the Silver Clans preferred things. Clean, emotionless, predictable. Virella stood among them, tall, perfect, engineered to suppress anything that might resemble feeling. Her silver skin shimmered under sterile lights as she observed the containment pod before her. Inside lay the newest curiosity of the galaxy, a human. They called his kind Deathworlders, dangerous, unstable, too emotional. Yet, the Academy couldn't ignore their raw resilience, healing from wounds that would kill most species, thriving on chaos itself. Virella leaned closer to the glass, watching the man breathe, slow, steady, defiant. Something about that rhythm disturbed her. It wasn't fear. It wasn't revulsion. It was something else. Her mentor's voice echoed through the intercom, sharp and cold. "Do not engage, Virella. Observe only." She nodded, but her eyes didn't move away. Somewhere deep inside her chest, her pulse, a thing she had never noticed before, began to quicken. The lab of silence was no longer silent. The human's name was Lieutenant Rian Hayes, a soldier from the Terran Defense Corps. He'd volunteered for the cross-species endurance study, or so the reports said. To Virella, he was nothing more than a variable in an equation. But when he stepped into her observation chamber, drenched in sweat after a training test, that illusion shattered. The air changed. The sterile tang of the lab was replaced by something raw, alive, and utterly alien to her. The scent of salt, iron, and heat. It wasn't pleasant. Yet it wasn't unpleasant either. It felt like gravity, pulling her toward him. Ryan noticed the way she froze. "Something wrong, Doc?" he asked, half smirking. His voice carried that reckless tone humans were infamous for, like every word was a challenge. "No," she managed, her voice tight. But her heartbeat betrayed her. It was loud, too loud, like a rhythm echoing through her bones. She turned away, pretending to type. But the data made no sense. Her readings on herself spiked. Elevated pheromone levels, increased temperature, erratic neural activity. Across the glass, Ryan wiped his brow, smirking again. "Guess humans still make good test subjects, huh?" Virella's pupils dilated. The experiment had just begun. That night, the data feeds screamed anomalies. Virella's biometric patterns were spiraling beyond known limits. Elevated hormone surges, unstable DNA markers, cascading cellular reprogramming. The Academy's medics whispered, "Contamination." But it wasn't infection. It was instinct. When Virella returned to the lab, her body felt different. Her skin flushed with faint bioluminescence, pulse erratic, mind fogged by an emotion she had no word for. She could smell him even through reinforced glass. The faint trace of sweat from his last trial still hung in the air like a forbidden code. Her colleagues noticed, too. Seal her from the specimen. Her genome is destabilizing. She tried to obey. Logic demanded distance, but every step away hurt, as if gravity itself was binding her to him. Varela stumbled to her console, hands trembling. Her reflection looked back, eyes burning bright silver, veins glowing faint blue. Her species never glowed, not like this. Then she heard his voice through the intercom. Calm, curious, human. "You okay in there?" Her throat tightened. She wanted to respond, but what came out wasn't words. It was a low, primal sound that made even the lab's AI pause. The scientists watching gasped. Something ancient had awakened. By morning, the academy was in chaos. Reports of cross-species resonance spread through the research decks. Every scan showed the same impossible result. Varela's biology had begun syncing with the humans. Cells, hormones, even neural waves pulsed in rhythm with his. She was ordered to quarantine, but when she tried to stay away, the ache inside her became unbearable, a silent, consuming pull that logic couldn't cage. That night she disobeyed. Security footage would later show her walking barefoot through the empty corridors, her eyes glowing like molten silver. The doors of the humans' containment rooms slid open, not by code, but by proximity, as if the machines themselves recognized her intent. Ryan looked up from his bunk, startled. "You're not supposed to be here," he said softly. "I know," she whispered. Her voice trembled, not from fear, but from something deeper. For the first time in her life, Varela felt alive. Her control shattered, and in its place came something older than reason. Instinct, attraction, survival intertwined. And somewhere deep in the galaxy, sensors recorded an energy spike unlike anything seen before. A single human heartbeat had rewritten an alien's destiny. The incident was classified within hours. The Academy scrubbed the footage, sealed the lab, and erased every data file under something called Project Resonance. Officially, Varela of the Silver Clans no longer existed, but rumors spread. Whispers of the alien girl whose genome changed itself after meeting a human. Some said she transcended biology, becoming a hybrid of instinct and intellect. Others claimed she vanished with Ryan, leaving only burned-out sensors and cracked glass behind. Scientists tried to explain it. Pheromonal adaptation, cross-species hormonal mirroring, but none could replicate the phenomenon. Every attempt failed, unless a human was involved. Years later, alien scholars would coin a phrase for it: the human effect. A theory that human presence could trigger impossible biological evolutions in other species, not through infection or force, but through proximity, through that chaotic, unfiltered human essence. And across the stars, civilizations grew cautious. Because if one human could alter a Silver Clan prodigy, what could an entire species of them do? No weapon, no supervirus, just sweat, willpower, and defiance. The galaxy finally understood the truth whispered in every Death World tale. Humanity doesn't adapt to the galaxy adapts to humanity. So, what started as a sterile experiment ended with a legend whispered across galaxies. A single human, sweating, tired, defiant, changed the genetic destiny of an entire species, not through conquest or science, but through something no machine can replicate: being human. That's the beauty of HFY stories, right? It's never just about muscles or weapons. It's about spirit, that raw, unpredictable energy that makes every other species step back and say, how do they survive this long? Varela and Ryan's story reminds us that humanity's greatest power isn't technology. It's the chaos within us, the stubborn, unyielding instinct to connect, to adapt, to reshape everything we touch. So if that thought made your skin tingle or your imagination spark, do me a favor, drop a like, hit subscribe, and share this story with someone who loves that humans are the monsters under the alien set's bed kind of energy. Because in the end, the galaxy doesn't fear our weapons. It fears our existence. And this was just one story. Many more await.